Everybody, welcome again to another episode of Fish Keeping Jamaica. Welcome to my channel. First and foremost, I must share this. I hate persons who continuously judge other individuals as to how they keep their fish. I hate content bullies. I hate content cops. Okay, so let's get with today's video. Today's video is primarily about your fish mouth, its feed, and how do you know that your fish can actually manage a particular type of feed that you have. Now, throughout the video, I will show you different fish species in which I have, and I will share with you things that I do so as to get my fish, whether small or large, whether have large mouth or small mouth, to actually get some food. Okay, so several fish do exist within my system, right? I have Oscar with a big mouth. I have Mingano, although they might look big, but they have a tiny mouth, right, in comparison to an Oscar. I have Jack Dempsey's, chromite cichlids, goldfish, to name a few. Alright, so depending on the size of your fish, the mouth will actually be varied. In some fish, when they are just, like for example, you're looking at the beta fish fries right now. I don't know if you can actually see them because they are so tiny, right? They are 1 week old, by the way. Their mouth is like a pinhole, so therefore they can't really consume large chunks of feed. They will nibble at pieces of the whatever you give them, but they really can't consume large chunks of feed. Okay, so what I do with fish that actually can't consume large chunks of feed is I provide the opportunity for them to actually consume what you call microorganism. Now, microorganism live within my pond system. My pond system is probably different from a lot of your pond system that you have out there, right? You have aquariums, you have sequence aquariums and stocks and rocks, but I have ponds, right? I have a lot of ponds. To be frank, I have 22 ponds. Whether you call them barrel, whether you call them tote, but to me they are ponds because they are facing pond-like situation. Plants, water, algae, to name a few, right? So they have pond-like situations. So what I do, I provide the opportunity in which they can actually consume by allowing amphipods to be in the water. Culturing amphipods, probably I don't pronounce that right, but culturing amphipods within the water space in which they live. For example, my life bearers, like my guppy, my swordtail, my molly, these fish, they thrive on amphipods. So therefore, if I don't feed them for like a week or two, they won't die because amphipods are in the water along with microscopic organisms on the side of the containers. As far as my fries from, let's say, my goldfish, right, and my, let's say, my beta fish fry, right, it was very tiny. What I tend to do is to give them the opportunity to consume microorganisms, and as they get larger, I will crush the flakes very fine, or I'll crush the caustic very fine. Yes, I mostly feed my fish caustics and flakes, right? These are what I have, and for the years I've been doing fish, this is what I feed them on. The larger the amount gets, the larger the feed, right? So I have situation where I have had fish that actually could barely hold on to the caustic, but yet still, it's swimming away with the caustic. It looks so cute doing that, right? And then what some of them will do is like they will pick on the caustic and till it get very soft, and then that will be easy for them to actually consume. Now the larger fish will consume what you call caustics, and let's say if I had my plecos here, like they died a few months ago, I would give them like cabbage, lettuce, cucumber for them to actually nibble on, right? For as far as my goldfish is concerned, if I put some amphipods in the water right now, they consume all of them. So therefore, amphipods are not really available in that pond, right? It's just caustics and flakes I feed them. right? The pond itself is laced with what you call it, algae, and at times you'll see them nibbling at the side, right? So and at times I might end up hunt some insect like grasshoppers, caterpillars, insects like those, and actually feed to my Oscar. My Jack Dempsey doesn't like me, so therefore as soon as I come around the pond they hide, and when I disappear, they appear and they consume. I don't know the reason why they were not like that. The babies, they are okay, they are loving me, but the adults, they are not. Alright, so the fish feed is determined by the size of the mouth, right? So the larger the mouth, the larger the feed, right? Now infuser, I stopped making infuser for my fish because infuser have a really tangy smell. It stink, right? And it will mess up my entire pond. After feeding them infuser for a while, I'm going to have to do regular water change so as to get rid of that smell, because it is heavily laden with nitrates and nitrites. It just smells stink and terrible. It's waste. All right, so I stopped doing that. Right, but infuser is a good way of getting your fish to eat, especially when they have small mouth. Now, some fish are born with what you call yolk sacs, right? If you look carefully, you will see on some of the live fish, you might see a few of them have some little yellow thing underneath right underneath the chest line, yellow reddish, right? It depends on the color of the fish. These are yolk sacs. Some fish, whenever they are like they're born, yeah, they're okay, they're healthy, but they don't move for a while. So for like a couple hours, well, they won't move, they just stay one place. And this is why some fries are more prone to be eaten by predators, because as soon as they're born, the predators go at them. But as soon as they become a little bit more aged, as to hours in which they have been in existence, you find that they are very swift and it's very difficult for the predators to actually consume them. Okay, so some fish, you don't need to feed them for the first like 7 days, because they have yolk sacs. Some fish, they will actually cling to their parent, and their parents will actually guide them as to what to consume, right? They won't eat the flakes, they will eat the microscopic organism that exists on the side of the aquarium or pond. Evidence of this can be seen as I observe my convict cichlids in the pond, but probably I must say my convict cichlids might have lost all of their fries a while ago, because they were so busy getting at the camera that they never saw the other fish actually going at their fries, and by the time they saw them, it was like a feeding frenzy. So therefore all of the fries actually was ate up by the tank mates. This is Riley here for another Fish Keep in Jamaica. Thank you for stopping by. Sorry the video is so long. I just try my best to actually share with you this information, in which I think is pertinent for those persons coming into the fish keeping hobby, and for those persons in there for a while but they are unsure as to what to do when. Join me next time. Peace out.